Alan Soutar and Jermaine Wattimena, the penultimate game on stage 2 this afternoon. The number 26 seed Souts against the machine gun number 39. However, it is the lower ranked player in this tournament who has been the form horse. Wattimena, out of nowhere really, reaching a major final for the very first time, losing to Richie Edhouse in the European Championship. That was backed up by 3 European Tour quarter-finals. Alan Soutar this year winning his maiden PDC title, which is something that Jermaine Wattimena doesn't yet have. That was back in June in Hildesheim. Souts top of the world back then. However, his form has drastically dipped coming into a crucial part of the year. He is Scottish, in case you didn't realise. The one-time title winner has lost 6 of his last 7 first-round Pro Tour matches. That is not the ideal record coming into this game. But we've seen from Souts in the past, Nico, he's one of those players who appears to thrive on the big stage. We've seen him have some great runs at Alexandra Palace. He's going to be back there after an absence last year. And he's someone who seems to like playing in front of a crowd.
To throw first. Game on!
I think it's time we found out just how well he can perform in front of this crowd, because he's never won a game in this tournament after 2 attempts. He wasn't here in 2023.
44.
Just a couple of what you were saying, Dan, about the fact that he wasn't at last year's Worlds. So he has put right
60.
What was wrong at the end of last season. But now we talk about the immediacy of trying to get back on the horse. If he's going into the Worlds with a dismal run of form,
100.
his confidence is not going to be high going back to the Palace. Beating a form player like Wattimena would definitely get him back on the right
55.
track.
It certainly would. And his runs at the Alexandra Palace have kind of been marked by massive combination out shots and big 180 finishing, big 180 hitting as well.
43.
Can rediscover that. Alan Soutar, incredibly dangerous player, but Wattimena,
100.
after a few years in the doldrums, it's fair to say, it's not so long ago that he was Michael van Gerwen's World Cup partner. Now, being the second best player in the Netherlands takes some doing. Wattimena is playing
82.
better these days. He's becoming more consistent. He's not losing his head as often. I think mentally there were times where you could accuse him of being a bit fragile, and he's reaping the rewards.
There's also a technical change which has had a profound effect. That drawback has just taken a bit more of a deliberate swing. The thrusting of the dart forward for Jermaine is still the same. It's still absolutely smooth. But drawing it back, it's just a little bit slower. His rhythm is so much better as a result.
140.
He's on a much better finish than
Soutar.
Soutar.
152.
This is what he did when he went to the Palace. Took out these big shots. Not this time though. Just wants to tee it up nicely.
140. Jermaine, you've applied 65.
Without any hesitation, that small 4 makes him have to go for the 11s. Double 14.
Game shot in the first leg.
2 darts
Jermaine
that were brilliant. 1 that was bad, but he got them in the right
Second
order.
leg, Jermaine to throw first. Game on.
Was that single 4 the worst dart we've seen on this board all afternoon?
60.
We've seen a few poor shots, but that really was a terrible shot, wasn't it? But all's well that ends well.
Yes, happy accident.
It just goes to show that what you were saying in the middle of leg 1, he didn't lose his head in the first leg.
100.
He could have flapped and said, what was that? But no, he was too busy hitting the treble 11 and the double 14 and moving on. It means that he's extremely focused. And he's coming off the back of the biggest quarter-final loss in the history of the Grand Slam, losing to Littler. That will have hurt.
140.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to dwell upon it because, you know, literally he's on a different planet to a lot of dart players these days. It's just one of those where everything hooked up nicely for him.
Do you know what, Dan? I think a lot of these dart players actually wish that Luke Littler was on another planet, because then he wouldn't be on Earth,
83.
reaching into people's pockets and taking hundreds of thousands of pounds away from them.
Yeah, he could be on Mars winning their tournaments.
140.
He's young enough. Might be the first player to win interplanetary darts when they send us all over there.
96. Jermaine, you require 156.
Not going to lie, it's
59.
a very joyous thought.
Alan, you require 82.
Arriving on Mars and you just see a dartboard pinned up. Lovely. Ball double 16 for Alan Soutar.
It's another missed 25 though. The recovery this time is needed by Suits. He needs 73. He could even use treble 11. That's wide of target by quite some distance. And Wattimena in this game is going to have to be patient. This is not going to be a rat-a-tat-tat contest.
32. Jermaine, you require 97.
Treble 19 for double top.
Game
Easy
from
does
the
it
second
for
leg.
Jermaine Wattimena.
Jermaine
And the signs are
Wattimena.
already very promising for the Dutchman.
I think the signs for Soutar are very
Third
ominous.
leg, Alan to throw first.
He doesn't
Game
polish
on.
up his stuff. This game could be a bit ugly.
2 attempts, he's not won a game in this tournament, and he's not played particularly well either.
140.
Lost to Darryl Gurney on his debut in 2021, averaging 86. Slight improvement a year later against Scott Williams with an 88.
57.
And he's kind of around that same ballpark, mid-80s. Mind you, so's Wattimena, and yet he's been clinical.
He made his debut back in 2016. And he won his very first game in this tournament, 6-0.
140.
That was against Joe Mernon, but he would lose out in the next round to Brendan Dolan, who's already out of this tournament.
180.
Yeah, it's fair to say that Brendan had a bit of a mare on the main stage, only averaging 78 in defeat to Martin Schindler.
100.
Terrific darts from Jermaine.
140. Alan, you require 121.
Alan really has found some form in this leg. But he's not going to take it out. Wattimena could make him feel even worse if he double breaks here in leg 3.
45. Jermaine, you require 124.
14 or treble. Very safe. Bullseye for Wattimena.
99.
Not far off.
He threw that
Alan, you
third dart very
require
fast.
76.
That was almost with his old rhythm. He's going to stay up top till he double 18.
40.
When things are working, he's got double
Jermaine,
18
you require
hit
25.
with his eyes closed.
Games from the third leg. Jermaine
Wattimena.
Wattimena.
Looked like he played with his
Fourth
eyes
leg,
closed there.
Jermaine to
It was
throw
so
first.
quick. 3-0 up, a double break, and Alan Soutar might have that familiar sinking feeling from the last couple of
100.
months.
It's not as if the draw for this tournament is a surprise, because everybody knew who they were playing as soon as Players' Championship 30 was finished. The number 1 seed Dobie knew he was playing Aspinall, because when you put the seeding numbers together and you make
60.
65, that's who you're drawing. So when Soutar was finishing up the Players' Championship season and he saw Wattimena make the European Championship final
134.
and make the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam, he's thinking, that is not a very nice draw for me.
We've just seen Jermaine Wattimena with a double knock-on, essentially, and he still pins treble 19.
59.
That's
That's a mark of how good his form's been.
He's not bothered by much.
59.
But when you're 3-0 up, nothing bothers you. If you're 3-0 down, everything bothers you.
100.
At the minute when Soutar is throwing at that 60, it looks hard. It's almost as if the darts aren't coming out of his hand naturally. Everything is taking thought, persistence, and he's digging deep.
.28.
Just not going
Jermaine
to plan.
requires 68.
There was already a resigned, wry smile on Soutar's face.
Wattimena did well there. He stood back. And he's busted his score. That is an unforced error from Jermaine. I think he's seeing the lighter side of it right now because he is coming back, but the pressure is imminent.
140. Jermaine,
well, if there is ever
68.
a time to make that mistake, it's when your opponent's on 2-5-4. Doesn't make the same mistake.
Jermaine Wattimena.
Almost identical first and second darts, but he corrects the third one.
First. Game on.
Hasn't got a care in the world up there, Jermaine, at the minute. Even when he busts a score, he can still take it with the next visit.
I mean, looking at this little mini section of the draw, he's coming into this game knowing that Alan Soutar's off form. The winner is going to play Josh Rock or Ricky Evans. Now, we've spoken about how poor Soutar's form has been.
81.
Ricky Evans has been worse. It almost seems like getting to that Pro Tour final against Mike De Decker was the worst thing that's happened to him. He's won one Pro Tour game since. And then, from Josh Rock's point of view, his TV form continues to be ropey.
So you're making Wattimena favourite in this mini section?
I'm putting a case forward for him.
180.
Oh, and he can also do that quite well.
You may be right. You saw him run out of steam in that Dortmund final against Ed House.
94.
Don't blame him. He's never been in that position before. Unknown territory. But he might be stronger as a result of it.
140. Alan, you require 164.
It could even be a triple break if Soutar doesn't take this out.
.93.
That's a great
Jermaine,
recovery with dart
100.
3. But was it enough? We're about to find out.
60. Alan, you require 71.
Treble 13 for double 16, the expected route. Now has to go 18 for tops. To get a leg on the board, Alan Soutar is in this game.
Alan Soutar,
it's something he can build on. It still looks a long way back at this stage. But that's just given Jermaine Wattimena a bit of food for thought.
But how much food and how much thought? Because that was only a hold of throw. If that was a break, very different.
77.
Sign of frustration there from Alan.
140.
That was a very thug life retort from you, straight away saying it's come off the dart. Nothing wrong with the board. But you can see the evidence, that the frustration is so evident for Soutar.
59.
When that happens and you're winning, you take it on the chin. But when that happens when you're trying to come back into a match, it compounds
60.
your frustration so much more. Every dart player's been there when they have a fallout like that. Should be a 140 this.
140.
Problem he's got is that Wattimena is picking off shots.
137.
And I am amazed that he switched on dart 2 there. It's worked out pretty well, but if he hadn't hit the treble 19, he would have left himself possibly still on a 3-darter.
32.
Well, the only thing that will stop Wattimena, you think, in this stage is
Alan, you
complacency.
require 135.
Maybe just losing a bit of concentration. Soutar is going to start at the bullseye.
Bull's covered. Get the 60, he's still got a problem.
63. Jermaine, you require 32.
Double 4.
16. Alan, you
I think he might
require
have covered that double 8
72.
with his flight, and he just couldn't find a line. This might be a lifeline for Soutar. Double 18.
Game
That could be
six
massive.
leg. Alan
He is
Soutar.
very much back in this match now. That's a break of throw. And who's to say that he can't bring it back to 4-4 in the next couple of legs?
It looked plain sailing
Seventh
for
leg, Alan
Wattimena.
to throw first.
And it's not as if Alan
Game on.
Soutar has had to do anything spectacular to win these last 2 legs. He's not just rattling off 11, 12 darters. He's just been handed opportunities.
I can't believe I'm about to say
59.
this, but I question what Wattimena did from 201. He's hit a treble 20 with his first dart.
60.
Why is he switching to 19s after that? Is he trying to get a 177?
I think he was. I don't know whether he maybe looked at the lie of the first start and thought it's a little bit dodgy. We'll try and get the treble and maybe pick off the treble 20 with the third dart.
So that route is questionable. Then he misses the single
44.
in the next visit. So we can talk about the questionable tactic from 201, but the missed single, that was the biggest dart of that leg, not just for Wattimena, but it
132.
definitely was for Soutar because it gave him the chance he needed. And look what's happening now.
97. Alan, you require 170.
This is a very good leg from Alan Soutar. And 3-4 would be perfect. Perfect setup. It leaves his favourite double. Wattimena is a mile back. And from nothing, this game is becoming tight.
96. Alan, you require 36.
I didn't envisage this, but you've got to admire this man who refuses to be swept aside.
No score.
No score just yet. But if you're going to miss 3 darts at a double, you're better off doing
92.
it 3 on the outside of the primary shot.
Alan,
Instead
you
of
require 36.
splitting constantly. This time you feel it might have to go. It's a better marker.
Game
And a better result.
Flag. Alan Soutar, 8 leg remains to throw first. 140.
Just goes to prove, doesn't it? You're 4-0 up and you're never safe. And this is a mental barrier as well.
60.
Coming back to Minehead after 2 years where he hadn't won in this tournament.
96.
In the form that he's in, winning this game could have profound effects. You don't want to be that person who says,
57.
I never won a game at the Players' Championship Finals. You want to get your first and get that out of the way.
82.
Looks like Dave Chisnell is 1 leg away. He's 5-1 up against Joe Cullen over on the main stage. Make that 6-1. Chisnell has got through.
140.
Cullen struggles continue. Chisnell is looking for a return to form on the big stage.
137.
I think Cullen's in big trouble. It can't be ignored now. His preparation for the Worlds has got to be selfish.
58.
If he's going to have any
Jermaine,
joy at
you
the Palace,
require
he's got
46.
to work hard. Speaking of working hard,
Game
that
on
is
the
huge
eighth
for
leg.
Wattimena. He has
Jermaine
stopped the rot,
Wattimena.
and Soutar's charge stops at 3.
9th leg.
And it's
Alan
3
to
chances that
throw first.
Wattimena has now of getting through
Game
to the
on.
next stage to play Rocker Evans.
It's got to be hold, break, hold for the Scotsman. Which is the nicer way of needing to win 3 legs in a row.
There's no easy way to win 3 legs in a row. You've got to play well.
140. $43.
Unless your opponent folds. But you haven't seen Wattimena fold a great deal over the last few months. He's been very good at finishing the job.
$60.
Been around a long time now, Jermaine Wattimena, and he's still desperate to get his hands on that first ranking title.
What's to say it won't be this? Let's face it, in that final with Richie Edhouse in Dortmund,
140.
neither had any PDC titles at all.
$140.
I'm not going to leave a finish from this position.
137.
He's going to get really close to it.
Alan, you require 161.
Doesn't have to go the bullseye route. Well, the fact that he switched to treble 17 makes me think he would have gone for it anyway.
Missing the treble's probably done him a favour.
86.
Now he's got 3 darts.
Alan, you
at a
require
double
24.
on the other side of the board to double 18. Same height. Same result. And the fans are starting to make their voices heard. Can they affect what could be the last 2 legs?
140.
Alan Soutar more than happy to win that 9th leg to quieten down the fan who shouted, "Come on, Jermaine."
The atmosphere in Red's Bar over the last few years has been rather vociferous, to say the least.
$60.
It is one of the more intimate venues that we play in throughout the course of a season.
140.
I hate to be all Barry Hearn about this, but if you don't like playing in Red's Bar, tough. Just because you qualify for this event doesn't mean you automatically go to the main stage. If you want to guarantee to be on the main stage, make the quarterfinals.
55.
Or win something earlier in the year so you can't be ignored.
Like Richie Edhouse.
89.
Just be called Luke, because all 3 Lukes on the main stage.
Fair point.
140.
But this is the chance
Jermaine,
to finish this off before things get even more ropey.
60.
That's okay. But the job is far from done yet. Wattamena's not careful and he doesn't finish this off now. This could turn into a 1-leg shootout.
Double 6.
60.
2 match darts have gone.
Alan, you require 106.
1 big treble, unless he hits single 5.
He's trying to use every bit of motivation from the crowd to help him in this moment. 91 left to stay in the tournament. He can't find the treble. So Wattimena now has double
50.
6 to go through.
Jermaine, you require 12.
It's turned into a real battle. But Jermaine Wattimena has come